Welcome to SHI'ßböX. Here's your host.
Oh yeah! Ho 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 yeah! Hey everybody, welcome to the show. Welcome to SHI'ßböX. We of course here at SHI'ßböX are all things Xbox. We present you everything Xbox in a completely unbiased and mostly impartial way. Of course, no outside influences or anything like that ever come between us and our love, devotion, and affinity towards Xbox and the brand itself. That's right. So welcome to the show. We've got a great one for you today. We've at least got a show for you today. And of course, without further ado, what is on the agenda for today? Well, you ask, we tell you. You don't ask, it's probably because you've read the description. But of course, today we are talking about games that are compared to other games. You might be saying to yourself like, what, SHI'ßböX? What are you talking about? Games compared to other games? That never happens in the industry. We'd be saying, ho ho, that's where you're wrong. So, obviously, you don't know, but people refer to games and, kind of do a association based on either game type, game mechanics, gameplay, franchise, story, whatever. They'll lump them into all sorts of crazy categories nowadays. It's pretty crazy. But what isn't crazy is knowing that while there are some comparisons that can be made between one franchise to another, or one game that, maybe was the first of its kind in a, kind of iteration of mechanic or gameplay, mode or anything itself, okay? There's comparisons that are, but inherently, usually the innovator, the creator, for the most part, maintains a, kind of grip on that, kind of technology or mechanic or, kind of entity or, whatever it is that's released into the billion-dollar industry that is, gaming itself and such. So without further ado, let's draw some very, unique comparisons. And by unique comparisons, we mean, there's a dime a dozen out there nowadays, but let's go with those hard hitters. Super Smash Brothers, that's right. So you might remember these from those badass days back on the GameCube and shit like that. And you might be saying like, what, SHI'ßböX, the GameCube? That sounds like some old people shit. We'd be saying, that's right. That's right. It is some old people shit, but you know what else? It's some awesome old people shit. And aside from that, shut the fuck up. Mind your elders. Get off our lawn. Sorry. Sorry, other old boomer people. All ones of you that watch this. Hi, Mom. The hard hitters, man, your Super Smash Brothers, your games that were innovators of their time and such. There were no other games that really brought to the table or utilized the mechanics and the, large roster and everything like that was inherently, in the game itself, all right? But you have such a successful game type that other people started to copy it, all right? You got other stuff like, Nickelodeon Brawl and shit, right? For everyone who, All-Star Brawl, everyone who wants to play as fucking SpongeBob and shit, and it's like, what? That's on Game Pass. I could play that right now. It's like, yeah, knock yourself out. Go be SpongeBob. Go be Patrick or Ren and Stimpy. Fucking awesome. Ren and Stimpy, who the fuck are those guys? They're the guys on there that are badass is what they are. Those guys suck in the game. We didn't make their moveset. Their show kicks the shit out of all this other stuff that you young whippersnappers have nowadays, okay? Ren and Stimpy really wasn't as good as a lot of other shows. We're not saying that it was of the time, but holy shit, stop interrupting us. You got your All-Star Brawls and you got your Super Smash Brothers, right? Now, which one's more refined? For the most part, generally speaking, that's going to be your Super Smash Brothers. They have the control over it. They have the moveset down. They have their rosters that have continually grown. And whilst you might be able to, be SpongeBob and, they might have a diverse enough roster and cast of characters. We can't see that. SHI'ßböX, your camera sucks. If we put money in that, are you going to buy a new camera? Maybe. You're full of shit. You're not going to, are you? Money first. We'll tell you after. Oh, you fucking hobo bum. Fine. Maybe not. It'll go towards... I don't know. That's beside the point. Point is, your camera sucks. Oh, camera sucks. They might have a roster, okay? They might have a lot of neat characters and some exclusives that you can't play, all right? But these dudes have the technology and the mechanics and the controls, okay, that really make it a little more superior, all right, and a little more worth diving into for the game mode itself, all right? You have even PlayStation's All-Star Brawl, all right? They're all-stars in their fighting game, all right? They're imitators. They do well. They do okay. They do good enough. All right. The imitators, though, usually, follow suit. And, yeah, they're all right little plays. Different characters and rosters. But you got a little bit of a trade-off in the control, okay? And in the gameplay itself, all right? Now, it's the same across the board in general, and it'll scratch your itch as far as if you want to play a RTS, all right? It'll scratch that itch for you. Okay, obviously this isn't an RTS, and if you're looking to play that, would you have picked wrong if you go with these little brawl games and shit, right? That was just an example. If you were craving real-time strategy game at the time, you found one that was good, that scratched your itch. Obviously, if you were craving a little brawl game, insert that here. It doesn't matter. We're moving on. There's games that are compared to, other games that are just unilaterally, quid pro quo. You sacrifice a little bit of the gameplay, you sacrifice a few of the characters or movesets, you sacrifice a little bit of the level design or a little bit of the stability or a little bit of the online functionality or X, Y, and Z, okay? And that's fine, all right? Those games can be compared to other games, and that's entirely fine because they are universally very, very similar in nature and design, okay? Now, what happens is, because the industry's so big, and because all you young whippersnappers fail to, realize that, there have been games around for decades and decades, shut up, boomer, this show sucks. Well, you go ahead, you click off, you go watch one of your other videos, you go right on ahead. Young individual, okay? This show's not for you. Show's not for anybody. Hey! I guess you're right. No, you're not. It's gotta be for somebody. Somebody. Is it for... Fuck. No one's there. Alright, anyhow. There's games that are, compared to other games, though, that really shouldn't even be in the argument with each other, okay? And now, we aren't afraid here at SHIßböX to pick a few bones, okay? We have a giant Shice bone that we pick with our rival Dreamcast guy all the time, okay? Now, he's all things PlayStation, okay? We're all things Xbox. That's a natural rivalry. He doesn't know we're rivals, okay? But we pick a giant Shice bone with him all the time. Okay? Not usually. Usually we come to his defense. Because while we're rivals, we are all inherently gamers. And we get along with everybody here at SHIßböX. If you aren't on board with that, then I guess just give us money and, haul ass. Or, we're just, maybe, if you want to. There are games that are compared to other games that have no business drawing a comparison to them, all right? And now we might rattle a few chains with this next one. Oh, you carrot top ass prop comedy motherfucker. Whoa! They're not... We might rattle a few chains here, okay? And we're going to rattle some with this next one, all right? Okay? There's going to be some folks picking giant Shice bones with us, all right? That's okay. That's okay. We will fall on this one For the ones of gamers that have the opinion that might fall into the realm or wheelhouse of, I guess, ones of persons' opinions. Okay? But there might be twos of people out there. The power of one, the power of 5, the power of many. Right? The more witch power, the better, or something. I don't know. There's one that we're going to rattle some chains with and stuff, and that is the comparison of Marvel Rivals to Overwatch 2. Ho, 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 ho. Oh, SHIßböX, what the fuck are you going to try and talk this one up about? Okay. Marvel Rivals versus Overwatch 2. Well, Marvel Rivals is the newest rave, right? The new kid on the block that everyone's been stoked for and looking out for. Oh, hell yeah, it is. You've been too. Ho, ho. Touche, you are correct. And not only have we been looking forward to it and pre-downloading it, but we have been playing it because obviously it's been out now. Okay? Everyone who's been playing it's been enjoying it and stuff like that. But there's something that we've noticed. What'd you notice? Well, thank you for prompting us. There's something that we noticed. And that was, upon its release, everyone started saying, it's the Overwatch killer. Is this going to take the place of Overwatch 2? Is this the death of Overwatch? Okay? Wow, look at these, it's finally Overwatch done right. It's the proper sequel to Overwatch that we should have had. Okay? You see all of this stuff. All right? That starts popping up, and it's like, yeah, okay, well, your feed is just kind of weird, SHIßböX. And it's like, okay, fair enough. But at the same time, these things that are being recommended to us on our feed, you got to ask yourself, how did you get here? You are here, okay? Our feed might be weird, but you were recommended this somehow. Okay? Oh, you got a point. Holy shit, SHIßböX. Well, thank you. Thank you. I think so, yes. Obviously, you got pointed here somehow or another. The point is that there, for us, is zero correlation between Overwatch 2 sequel, how Overwatch 2 perceptively is Overwatch 1 minus a fucking person on the battlefield times 2 teams. Okay? But the only unilateral comparison for us is the fact that it's a hero, shooter. Insert Team Fortress, insert hero X, Y, or Z. Okay? There's also the unilateral comparison in levels, okay? Game type modes and such, all right? A little bit of domination here and there, a little bit of escort here and there, okay? A little bit of offense, a little bit of defense, okay? That's a unilateral correlation, that's fine, all right? Where the comparisons stop for us is anything that inherently has to do with the games themselves just being completely and utterly different to enough of a degree and extent, all right, to where those unilateral comparisons cannot be, framed as part of a reasoning behind how these games, can off one another with the, what they offer a player or consumer or anything like that, all right? You might be saying, like, SHIßböX, that doesn't really make a lot of sense, but maybe a little bit of sense. It's like, okay, yeah, fair enough. All right? Yeah, it's a little weird because there's a big correlation between how the games play, all right? That they have heroes, that they're team-based, all right? That they're online, whatever. All right? We will tell you one thing, random side note. Holy shit, if something we haven't been telling Overwatch 2 for a long fucking time. And of course, here's our reenactment of us, calling Xbox and kind of telling them, these ideas and shit like that. So We'll reenact it for you. You're welcome. All right. We don't tend to do this as often as we'd like to because legal has a problem with it. And they're like, you got to do a disclaimer. You can't say that. This is it. You got to say it's conjecture and that, you're taking a lot of liberties with the story and, the potential plausibility of it all and stuff like that. And it's like, yeah, we got to lay all that out, which we just did. So there you go. Legal. Done. But this is us calling Xbox, okay, through the surveys they've given us, multiple, at least 2, pertaining to Overwatch 2, as well as, through like a couple videos that all ones of our viewers, hi Mom, have seen and presumably done the same thing and probably fucking called Xbox and stuff and was like, oh, let's call Xbox. This isn't the one we're doing this, like, I'm calling Xbox. What do you mean? Xbox here, what do you want? Don't you take that tone with me. You be nice to my boy. No. Maybe, ma'am. No. It must have been a wrong number. They were looking for... It must have been fucking Dreamcast guy's girlfriend trying to return the PlayStation 5 that she bought at full price, used. Whoa! Oh, don't pick on your rival like that, SHI'ßböX. That's too big of a scheisse bone. It's Christmas, after all. You're right. Sorry, he's our rival, He's all things PlayStation. We're all things Xbox, all right? We only dream to learn to utilize the methods he has with which to kind of upgrade our system on the fucking cheap. If we could sell our PS5 used for like full price and full retail, maybe add sales tax to it and shit, then we could actually get the PS5 Pro. We don't have that yet because we just haven't, God, man, we got the PS5 and we still loves it because it has haptic feedback and it's like, SHI'ßböX, you're branching off. Don't do it. It's like, hold on. But we're talking like, our PS5, we loves it. We loves our PS5 because you get it. And then when you have your controller, you're like, haptic feedback, right? And you're in the game, you're playing the game, you're a part of the game, okay? And then, when you're not playing your PS5 and you're playing Xbox, you got basic rumble feature, which, it's cool. But let's get back on track, okay? So we call Xbox, all right? This is the one we're doing, okay? This is the for real one, all right? Disclaimer, a lot of liberties taken, a little bit of conjecture, okay? Now, it could possibly have happened in either this or a parallel alternate universe dimension reality, okay? Now, we're not saying that those exist, but if they do and or if they are there, then possible, okay? Plausible, okay? But here's us, kind of calling Xbox and trying to convey these that we have no shit said in surveys and in videos somewhere, surely, possibly, at least that we kind of remember. Without further ado, here we go. Oh, Blizzard, we want to talk to you. We got ideas for what you could do. You could make Overwatch a game that's a dream come true. This is Xbox. What the fuck do you want? Hi, this is SHI'ßböX. Oh, we have some great ideas for Overwatch that you requisitioned from us with your emails that you sent us. Fuck. Hold on. You have to wait on hold. I'll do anything for you, Blizzard and Xbox. We love you. We love you, Xbox. We're all things Xbox. Oh my God. You said this is SHI'ßböX? That's right. Hold on, you're on a list. Just be on hold. Hold on, I'm putting you on fucking mute. Then Xbox is there, and they're like, Hey, Phil. Hey, Phil Spencer. Phil. God damn it. Phil, take off your fucking hoodie. Hey. Phil. Damn it. Okay, hey, are you there? Yeah, I'm here. Are you ready to hear my idea? Yeah, sure. Yeah, go ahead. Tell me your idea. I'll be sure that, Phil gets it. He's definitely not busy, changing his hoodies. Okay. Well, my idea is for you to, when you're around an objective like the payload and it's moving and you have to be in a certain vicinity around it, why don't you put a visible, marker around the actual payload itself so that you know where the boundaries are that you can't fucking step out of, or if you're fair, fucking fly out of if you're escorting the payload, so that you don't fucking lose a match over some bullshit. Okay, yeah, match and your show's bullshit. Gotcha. I'll be sure Phil knows. Wait, what? Huh? Are you Xbox? The Blizzard? No. They probably wrote down our fucking idea to have a fucking little kind of visual, marking around a fucking payload to know where the boundary of that fucking payload exists in an ever-changing, moving, fucking objective. But, I'm sure they wrote it down and took it to heart and, are going to implement it in Overwatch 2 at any point in time. It'll be fantastic. And scene. Okay, so that was us telling them what to do. That, holy shit, this new kid on the block, Marvel Rivals, has done. They have a visual area around the payload when you're moving the objective. Fucking fantastic. Holy shit. What a quality of life improvement for needing to be in an area in a game. Fantastic. Well, that just sounds like, a bunch of bullshit you just branched off on. Well, we might have just branched off on a bunch of bullshit, but that bullshit is fucking game-changing. Especially, man, if it gets to the point you're doing some kind of ranked and competitive, play. Which we can honestly say, for Marvel Rivals, oh, man, we are loving our time with this game. And we have zero to little interest in kind of ranked or competitive right now because we just likes being a superhero. Fucking, we love the fact of how they all can be phenomenal on their own, and with who, is controlling them and such like that, man, there are going to be some phenomenal players. We've encountered some really good ones already. That's the thing. Even when you're getting the shit kicked out of you in this game, it's fucking fun. So, we don't know what our competitiveness will evolve into with this one, man, that we have had for our affinity with Overwatch. He enjoys the competitive realm. But there's a difference, man, in, being able to play competitive and then losing a game over stepping out of an area, and then game implementing just basic quality of life features right out of the gate, man, that the other company had the potential to, has been surveyed on. Presumably, we can't be the only person that has relayed that information or has had that thought or has lost a game, man, in unranked or ranked, competitive or not, man, in Overwatch, for any players out there that may or may not have played or played competitively. All right? There has to be a match, though, where someone was near the payload and stepped out, and it's like you were in overtime, and then you could have won, or you could have reached a checkpoint and gotten an extension or whatever, and you end up losing over some bullshit. Basic quality of life improvements like that, man, right out of the gate, are just phenomenal, man, as far as, what the game has. And it's like, SHI'ßböX again, this is kind of way off topic for just games being compared and shit. It's like, yeah, okay, fair enough. But now we've padded the content a little more. And it's like, yes, it was a little bit of a wasted thing, but it's such an awesome feature. We gotta highlight it. It's worth highlighting. We'll continue with the episode, okay? Well, you better hurry the fuck up. This shit sucks. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What do you want us to do? Rattle some more chains? We're not rattling chains right now, okay? Let's calm it down. Let's take it back a notch. All right? Let's think. Let's gather our thoughts. Okay? Stop being so soon to jump into action. And that's what we feel has happened with a lot of these blanketed comparisons between Marvel Rivals and Overwatch. Yes, there's some unilateral things. Okay? That one does that the other is comparable to. All right? But these games are so inherently different that for us, there is no comparison to them. It's an entirely different experience, okay? Yes, they're heroes that you're picking, but man, there is a difference when you take on the role of a hero or a plethora of heroes that you have known, grown up with, become familiarized with over years, decades, minutes, hours, depending on how long you've known of them, okay? And you get to play that role versus you go into a game where even you've been introduced to these characters and have known them for years. Your Reinhardts, your Turbjorns, your McCree, who's not fucking McCree, okay? You've been introduced to these characters and you might like to play as Reinhardt, okay? You might like to play as not fucking McCree, okay? You might be a fucking Hanzo main. Oh, SHI'ßböX, you take it back, you son of a bitch! Whoa! We've come to enjoy Hanzo over the last, couple months. First time ever playing him. We came in at fucking pre-release for Overwatch, man, because they dropped it a few hours earlier than when it was supposed to come out, man. We were fucking there. We never played fucking Hanzo until just, a few months back. We had a blast, man. Oh, you fucking Hanzo main bitch. Whoa! Defensive SHI'ßböX, uncalled for. Oh. The point is that we've known these characters for a few years, man. A good amount of years in Overwatch. And honestly, we don't give a fuck about them. We loves Overwatch. We loves Overwatch 2 just fine. It's okay. Alright? It's not the best game. But it's a free-to-play game, and it's nice that, if you're a huge Xbox fan like us, and you shell out that monthly subscription to Game Pass, right? That, goes up and fluctuates and stuff like that. It's a whole thing. We got an episode about that. You watch that if you want. Or we touch base within the episode. I don't know which one. We're not going to link it because we don't care. The point is that it's nice when these free-to-play games come to Game Pass, and with your paid subscription, you get these cool, unique skins. Wait a minute, that's not what we're talking about. The point is that fuck these characters. We don't care who the characters are in Overwatch 2. It's not McCree. They call him something else now. Okay? You got the same ones, Reinhardt, and they'll introduce the new ones, man. Okay? Your Junos and your other ones. Okay? They'll constantly introduce those. Alright? You can introduce a fucking million characters in Overwatch 2. Fucking no one's going to care about a single one of them. People will like some of them. People will love some of them. But inherently, when it comes down to caring or giving a shit about them, when people's backs are against the wall, okay, you might have a few stern ones that, will deep root in. We're those type of people. If we were inherently live, breathe, and die Overwatch 2 and stuff, we might stick by a couple of the characters and be like, nope. This is the best character ever created. No betters. This is the best. Okay? But you take the general consensus, okay, and this is our conjecture, so we may be completely off our fucking old boomer rockers on this one, okay? We might be way the fuck out there with where we think we understand society, the puppy society, okay, and where it sits. All right? And our thoughts are that you could take probably a generic small handful of decently to well-known Marvel characters, throw them against a fucking board, and more people would give a fuck about any to all of those characters than any one Overwatch character across the board. So you could have, someone, just sitting there being, hey, Torbjorn's the best fucking character ever, man. He throws a turret. He's so fucking awesome. Tools in hand, brain in gear. All right? Yeah, he's fucking cool. Cool. All right? Torbjorn's cool. He's awesome. You love Torbjorn. I love Torbjorn just fine. Sometimes when he fucking, elava-ates all over the fucking point, it's a fucking pain in the ass. Whatever. Fucking free kills with a fucking turret. Yeah. Awesome skill level. That's how we get it. No. It doesn't work for us. The point is that when you throw that fucking handful, you just reach in the Marvel fucking bucket that has existed for a long time. You have people that have lived, breathed, and died Marvel, everything about it, when there was not enough content or anything for it that was even in existence. They clawed, okay? There was no internets to, read a digital version or to read a fan fiction and such. The only fan fiction was people, passing around, their Dear Diaries that they wrote. Dear Diary, I loves me some fucking Cyclops. Oh man, I see what Wolverine sees in him. If Jean Grey would just get out of the motherfucking way, right? Okay? People's fan fictions. SHIßböX, what fan fiction's that? It doesn't matter what fan fiction that is. Stop reading our diary. Delete that last part. Don't worry about it. The point is that you take a handful in the Marvel universe of fucking anyone. Archangel. Fucking Domino. Colossus. Name some other ones. Fucking Quasar. Fucking Flash. Oh! DC! Psych! Sorry, Skizzle. Psych! Thanks for the out. Oh, fucking Skizzle's amazing. If there's one show that we would totally recommend watching instead of this, it's a lot of them. But Skizzle has one of the fucking... His shows are great, man. We love them. Psych. Flash DC. We know that. A little bit of SHIßböX humor for you. SHIßböX, your humor's not funny. Fair enough. The point is that let's throw some more fucking characters there. Well, hurry up, bitch. It's taking too long. Fucking, I don't know. Magneto. He's already out, bitch. Oh, okay, he's in the game, whatever. People give more a fuck about Magneto than they do Reinhardt. Not everyone. I don't know, maybe as a blanketed thing, if you were to poll, I don't know, everyone. People probably would maybe know who Magneto is from the movies and shit. Versus the random character in fucking Overwatch 2 that, yes, a lot of people may know and a lot of people may love. We loves Reinhardt. We have his mythic weapon that you can fucking flip around and shit and brandish. Shit's fucking awesome. Hammer down. We all want to hammer down and get through this episode together. Well, good idea. We'll just click off this shit. Hey, whoa. Give us money first. No way, asshole. See ya. Fair enough. The point is that more people would care about Magneto than Reinhardt. Whether it's because they know Magneto over Reinhardt, or whether X, Y, and Z. Okay? Just, we're thinking, and like we said, this was all of us. Maybe we're way off our all boomer rocker, okay? Thinking that more people would be tuned into Marvel with how it has performed and how long it has been around versus Blizzard's intellectual property that has been purchased and acquired by, Xbox, Overwatch 2, one character in that game. Okay? Now you might get, whatever. We're not even diving further in that or entertaining any further than that. That's it. That's a basic laid out thing there, all right? You could take a handful of the Marvel characters, and even the lesser known ones, man, for true fans, they would be more excited about a new character coming out into Marvel Rivals than they would for fucking Overwatch 2. Overwatch 2 has a new fucking character coming out, that fucking, what is his name? The Freak Dude or whatever, that has the purple, crystal thing and shit. We don't really care about that. Marvel Rivals is out. And did you see around their fucking payload? They show you where you need to fucking stand. That's fucking awesome. But we don't compare that. Because with Overwatch, we're getting a hero shooter that's a first-person shooter of, people with some, different random guns and some abilities, and you get an ult. And some toxic folks in the channel that blame everything on the tank and or insert the healers don't heal me and I'm a fucking wrecking ball on the other side of the goddamn map or some shit and my healers are fucking line of sight. Okay, whatever, it's the healer's fault, obviously. That Anna should fucking teleport to the other side of the map to fucking heal them. It's their fault, whatever. You're getting a different game when you're playing Overwatch 2 than you are with Marvel Rivals. And the comparison to any of them ends past, for us, the blanketed unilateral comparison of it's a hero-based shooter and it might fall in a basic genre-esque thing. There's no comparison. It's no Overwatch 2 killer. Okay? They're too far apart. They play entirely way too differently, and it doesn't even matter how many people are on the map. Marvel Rivals could be 5 versus 5. Overwatch could be 7 versus 7. Probably not. Maps are a little tighter stuff. Okay, all right. Overwatch could be argued to be way more refined, way more balanced, way more whatever. Okay? Way more competitive, way more skill-based. I don't know. Whatever. You can argue any aspect of it. Okay? We're saying the aspect that you can't argue is that whilst there's comparisons, okay, they're incomparable. Okay? We're not going to say that Marvel Rivals is the Overwatch killer. Okay? It might garner a player base from Overwatch. It might take the majority of Overwatch's player base, okay? But that just means people are done playing Overwatch. It doesn't mean that, while it may lead to its downfall, while it may lead to its closure, while it may lead to its demise, meant of, being decommissioned and put out of, play and the server shut down and the studio's closed, right? And they're like, fuck it, we're done with Overwatch, we're just pulling the plug, right? Short of all of any of that, man, which, just ridiculous. All right. Even if they take a swath of the player base, all the player base, all right. Even if Overwatch shuts down, yes, you can make the argument, oh, SHI'sböX, you just talked a big ass circle, motherfucker. You could say the argument, sure, it killed Overwatch, but no, man. What killed Overwatch is people were done playing with it, if that is the case. All right. Now, while it may rob a giant swath of folks to go start playing, Marvel Rivals or something like that, while you got that basic, influx of folks that are interested in checking out something new, the new kid on the block, man, having a time with it. In our case, having a fantastic, great time with it. We haven't been playing Overwatch in a good minute, man. We checked out the new hero when they announced him, man. We don't really care about it anymore, okay? But we've gone in droves with that game, man, seasonally for a long time. We've taken long breaks and hiatuses from that game. We've taken long breaks and hiatuses from Hell Let Loose, and then we'll jump back into that for a couple weeks or a month or two, okay? Everyone has their little, jump arounds. And while a lot of people may jump around and start playing Marvel Rivals, it doesn't mean that they killed Overwatch to do it. It just means that they don't give a fuck about Overwatch anymore. Because Marvel Rivals a new kid on the block. And you have those fulfilling moments of the player base, all right? And this is just where it differs, okay? Completely different game. Those fulfilling moments of the player base being able to play as the superheroes they've grown up with and loved, all right? Now, you may argue that folks that are growing up and loving the character roster in Overwatch 2, maybe one day that will overtake Marvel because of a greater infatuation with any of that, or because they know those characters and don't know the Marvel characters. But with the mark that Marvel has left, especially after Disney's acquisition, and the amount of sheer just content that they've released over decades and decades, you have people now talking about some very obscure Marvel characters. Not obscure for everyone. That's right. Not obscure for everyone, because you have some die-hard fans of Marvel that have been fans of Marvel for decades and years. But you have new players that are talking about characters that are, in all honesty, fairly relegated to, the Marvel universe and not much more. Your Squirrel Girls, okay? Stuff like that. All right? These aren't your Deadpools or your Wolverines. Okay? These are characters that have been around for a good while that now new people coming into contact with them, okay, who aren't aware with them, are going to be able to fall in love with and play in a game there. At the same time, people could do that with an Overwatch roster or character, okay? Juno came out, fall in love with that, okay? That comparison would be there. But is Juno likely to have a standalone comic that really performs well or has a backing to it, or is founded in a universe that is founded, inherently super founded in a comic-based thing? And you might say, yes, Overwatch comics are out there, and yes, that's all there. It's like, yes, it is, but Marvel's been there for decades. They can pull a character by throwing a fucking dart at just a picture of their entire universe's roster and get them in the game like that. Not have to balance it, because fuck it. These are fucking superheroes. Let them be broken. Let them do what the fuck they do. Make it playable, make it fun. Holy shit, it's been playable. It's been fun. Man, there's some good stuff there. But for us, man, it don't kill Overwatch. Overwatch has slowly killed itself. Okay? They've made some bad choices. From part 2 coming out and fumbling the ball on whatever the fuck they offered, as far as it being, a $40 release for Battle Pass XYZ at the get-go versus free-to-play, versus fucking up how you were going to get heroes and then going free-to-play and having heroes behind lock walls and having to buy heroes for a couple seasons. When new heroes would come out, you'd have to get them individually. It's fucking absurd. Or get to a certain point on the Battle Pass to unlock them, okay? They fucked up a lot. Marvel Rivals didn't fucking kill Overwatch. They took everything Overwatch has been fucking up, and then they've probably been eavesdropping on those conversations when folks were calling in Xbox. Hey, put a ring around the fucking payload. Fuck you, SHI'ßböX. No way. And then you got Marvel Rivals sitting there in development like, well, I wasn't doing anything, but man, for some fucking reason, my algorithms, I got in trouble with the law a few years back. I don't know. My FBI agent is pointing me this direction to incriminate me. Whatever the case may be. Okay? I came across this fucking SHI'ßböX channel, fucking punk rock review. And this fucking asshole said, put a ring around the payload. It wasn't that channel, but it was some other channel. It was fucking Skizzle maybe said it. Fucking, I don't know. We don't know. It's an example of a good channel. Insert good channel here said to do that. Okay? Doesn't have to be us. Okay? We don't need to be good. We're the hobos of the fucking internet. We are wanting change and scraps and fucking handouts. That's it. We're okay with that. We are the fucking basement dwellers. Okay? We know our place. Get your subscriptions taken care of. Take care of yourself. Take care of those that need it. We don't need we just kind of want it selfishly and greedishly. Okay? But take care of yourself first. Take care of others that need it more than us. Okay? We'll take whatever scraps are left over. That's our place. We're the fucking hobos of the internet. So, other people have it worse. Take care of them first. Give us what's left over. Whatever. Take care of yourself first, too. Obviously. Your loved ones. Anyone that you might love more than us. Unlikely, but doesn't matter. Overwatch has killed itself, man. With the decisions they've made, they've been dropping the ball for fucking years, okay? And, we're just grateful that finally us being infatuated with Overwatch 2 for, the here and there that we have been, and even Overwatch 1, the here and there that we have been. Like we said, we were there at day one, all right? We're just super glad that, it finally came to fucking Game Pass where we could play the free-to-play game on our fucking subscription basis, right? Made it worth it. Thank you for those 30 Mythic Prisms that can't buy a fucking Mythic skin. Just the shader colors. That's right. That's fucking right. Thank you for the skin I can only use when I'm playing on my Xbox, and if I'm playing on fucking PC, I don't get it. Or no, when I'm playing on my fucking PlayStation. PS5 has haptic feedback. If you play Overwatch on that, it's like you get the haptic feedback, and then you get the controller, and it's like, I'm Junkrat, motherfucker! Haptic feedback, right? And stuff versus just basic rumble features in Xbox. So it's cool, whatever. Point is, man, that these games inherently do what they do on their own. And while there's a blanketed, universal thing, you can correlate so many games to so many games, to so many genres, to so many mechanics, to so many sequels, to so many intellectual properties, to so many comparisons. It's a billion-dollar industry. And, if people want to compare a fucking, fruit basket to a to a Spider-Man, I don't know. They're gonna do it. In Spider-Man's case, he has suits on usually when he's fighting crime. On occasion, he has to change into it. Now, a fruit basket, on the other hand, can have apples, pears, sometimes peaches, on occasion a pineapple, maybe kiwis if they're in season, strawberries, and then Spider-Man shoots fucking webs. Oh, SHI'sböX, you fucking motherfucker. What the fuck did I just watch? I don't know. You watched the realization, man, that the industry's so big, we don't know how the fuck you got here. We don't know. We're sorry. We're sorry. There's only one thing to do now. Make it worth your while. By giving us some change. We're just... We don't draw a comparison between the games. They play entirely different, man. We loves our third-person perspective, and we've loved playing as these superheroes that we love playing as. We enjoy first-person shooters. We like the move sets. We like the differences in the heroes and shit. We don't care when they die on the field as much. Okay? You should when you're playing competitive. Okay, yes, fair enough. Yes. But we don't care about the characters. We care about needing a Torbjorn to hold a choke point. We care about needing a Reinhardt shield to hold a, alleyway. Okay? In Marvel Rivals, we care about playing as the hero we want to play as. That's it. That's fucking it, man. And it's so fucking fun. We love it. And it's okay in Marvel Rivals if fucking Spider-Man's beating the shit out of us and swinging all over and we can't fucking get him. Okay? Because it's fucking Spider-Man kicking our ass. That's right, motherfucker! Yeah, alright? But in Overwatch, man, if you got a fucking Widowmaker bearing down on you and stuff, you know, and you don't have any way to get to him or take care of it or whatever, it's a pain in the ass. Fuck Widowmaker. You know, Black Widow does it. You know, it's like, I still get to, you know, be Punisher. Or I still get to be Thor. You know, and the fucking Punisher and Thor. All these other characters and fucking Groot, whatever. Motherfucking Spider-Man. They're different games, man. They are different games with many similarities and a plethora of differences. But, like we said, the industry is so massive, so wide. There's so many fucking games out there. They're all comparably the same game in one regard and the different game in the other. But we can all agree to disagree on stuff, and we can all also just, I guess, get off our lawn, because we're done. Show's over. Get off our lawn. Give us money. Have a good one. You probably didn't. We'll catch you next time. Probably won't.